Welcome to the Grid. Join me as I escape reality and dive deep into immersive virtual worlds. In this week's episode, enter Mirror's Edge Catalyst.
I'm inside.
You can do this, Faith.
Yeah, here goes.
One more thing. K-Sec are talking about some special unit being sent in. It could be a new drone or something. Be careful, both of you.
Mirror's Edge Catalyst is a follow-up to the critically acclaimed action-adventure platformer released in 2008. You take on the role of Faith, a daredevil/urban ninja fresh out of jail, fighting for freedom in a cyberpunk Orwellian nightmare. Of course, a futuristic dystopia wouldn't be complete without a powerful conglomerate at the helm of a sterile police state. Mirror's Edge Catalyst takes place in a beautiful, glossy, neon delusion known as the City of Glass. It starts as you make your way out of prison, greeted by not-so-friendly protectors shockingly reminiscent of City 17 Combine soldiers from Half-Life 2. Color-coded pings and cues dot the open-world map as you traverse the urban grid, leaping from skyscraper to skyscraper, inevitably falling to your doom from time to time. The dynamic day and night cycle and a goosebump-inducing mix of synthwave and techno breathes life into the otherwise clinical game world. Though the game may not be a benchmark of raw graphical prowess, it is a shining example of exemplary art direction and level design. I wish you could have seen the smile on my face when I turned on the jukebox and churches started blasting in-game as I suited up for my first run.
I hear it echoing of every place that we go.
My clothes.
I know I'm a sucker for lens flares, synth arpeggios, sci-fi, and cyberpunk in general, but Mirror's Edge is just such a great experience when all the in-game assets come together as intended. With that said, the game is absolutely not without flaws. The character progression system is questionable at best and leaves much to be desired. Not much has improved with regards to the clunky combat system that we became familiar with back in 2008. The game runs at a steady 60 frames per second even on consoles, but it's important to note that the console versions suffer from occasional audio glitches and immersion-breaking texture pop-ins, as well as insufficient anti-aliasing. I can't wait to see the City of Glass in its full glory when the PC community comes out with awesome 4K texture mods and quote-unquote cinematic ENBs. Fans of its predecessor know full well that Mirror's Edge is a great canvas for virtual photographers.
What is that?
Art, Faith. Art.
I don't have a problem with the game's predictable plot because I love the premise, and I respect that they mostly stayed true to the classic cyberpunk formula. I do, however, find most of the side characters very flat and bland in contrast to the game's protagonist. Don't get me wrong, the characters have notable redeeming qualities such as black leather jackets, awesome cheesy one-liners, and nighttime sunglasses, but personally, I think they're not believable enough and players would be hard-pressed to be invested in them.
Screw you.
If you're a fan of the game's predecessor released in 2008, you'll surely enjoy this 2016 release that features a fresh coat of paint, brilliant sound design, and a much larger game world with a lot more content. Before you buy this game, be sure to keep your expectations in check. I know it's hard not to be hyped up by all the cool trailers and developer diaries, but just remember that the game is all about its signature kinetic motion, cool audio-visual aesthetic, and not much else. As for me, I'm totally fine with that, and I will definitely keep playing. Thank you so much for watching. As always, let me know if you like this video in the comment section down below. This is Paco MNL, and the future is now.